Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
It's your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. New heavy, I don't know if we'd call that stoner rock or not. It's sort of stoner rock, classic rock hybrid stuff there. That one called Limousine, that of course Greenhaven. And on the phone right now is Matt from Greenhaven. Matt, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Sure, dude. Well, dude, the album, The Last Powerful Second, it really kind of, as I was saying there at the beginning, it's kind of not a record that you can really define. You know, it's definitely not a pure stoner, you know, slow, sludgy type of thing. It's definitely fast. It's definitely metal, but it doesn't really fall into any musical, you know, niche, man. It's just powerful stuff, don't you think?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I think that we it's better to not fall in a category, in my opinion, or at least whatever you do, it's got to be natural. And I think we just, you know, wrote the record from our hearts, and we've all been doing it for a while, and we've all played a lot of different music, and we enjoy collaborating, and I think it was it captures how we feel. I think, you know, we're just guys playing in a rock band, you know.
Sure, but I mean that's definitely different than the average band these days. I mean, it just seems like most bands are out there playing the trendy garbage, trying to find that quick hit. It just, from my impression from listening to the record, is that's just not what you guys are really doing. It looks like you guys are just out there having some fun and making some killer tunes, you know, some killer tunes and some waves, so to speak, right?
Absolutely, dude, and then me and Nick are going to jet on over to London and jam with the Stones, you know. It's got to be fun, man. That's the bottom line. You got to play it mean and dirty and just get down and do it what you feel honestly. I'm not going to probably ever be a rock millionaire star guy, and I'm pretty cool with that. I like other things that I do, so for me to play music, it has to be pure, and I think that the guys, I mean, you know, we all appreciate many bands that have made it to a level where, whatever, I don't know, just to follow somebody else's path, screw that, man.
Right, I'm with you, man. Well, dude, the one thing that I noticed from a couple of the tunes in the album is there's a space thing going on. What's the obsession with space?
Oh, man, like 2 weeks ago, I was at this place, it's called NASCAR. You can Google it, and it's where they do G-force simulation. They have like this giant centrifuge. It's where NASA and the Army use to test their guys, and Bush and all sorts of Buzz Aldrin have been up there, and they do all sorts of neat stuff. And I got some video stuff. Maybe I'll get your email and send it to you. Okay. What was the question?
What is you guys' obsession with space? Are you guys like really into it, or?
I don't know. It's cool, isn't it? Well, for starters, we have some nemesis known as the Space Leapers, and they have been kind of infiltrating and assaulting us in various modems for the last 7 years. So it's an ongoing struggle between us and them. They've been kind of dormant lately, which makes me nervous. But that's just sharing the travails of dealing with them. I mean, it just came upon us, dude.
Well, Matt, a guy that's kind of in your corner and who speaks highly of you is our Classic Metal Show rock correspondent, Eric Braverman. How do you know Eric?
Well, I'm legally not allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
I can tell you that I've known Eric for a long time, and he is he's kind of like I don't know how much you guys are into Russian history, but you know who Rasputin was? Yeah?
Sure.
Well, there's another guy who was like even darker than Rasputin that was the real guy making it happen, and that's who Eric is. He's like the real Rasputin.
Right.
My dog just bit me. Motherfucker.
So, does Eric have any involvement with your band Greenhaven at all, promoting?
Yeah. Eric represents us in many facets, in many organizations and board meetings. He's also involved in certain reconnaissance and security and promotional. And Eric and I have worked on a number of projects in and around Greenhaven and completely disassociated from it. So I consider him a cohort, you know, a respected voice, you know.
Sure. Now,
international.
Now, do you think Eric is of this earth, or do you think he's from like another dimension?
I think both. I think both are accurate statements. I was just convening with a friend of mine who's out on bail, $10,000, and last week in New York City, and he told me that that's the guy he had met Eric once, and my friend that I was talking with was very touched in a Catholic level to the universe, and a very primal level in a lot of ways. And he said, that guy's got dark eyes. He's got something else from the spirit world going. And then he said, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, and I'm not saying I'm not on his side. I'm just saying that he's got something else going on. So I'll let my cohort answer that question. I'll paraphrase in his words.
Right on, man. Well, dude, the last powerful second, man. Clearly, it is just a straight up rocker. I mean, for a band like Greenhaven, that's you're clearly not going to be the radio darlings. I mean, how do you go about getting your music out there and reaching people outside of your little corner of the world?
Just the old-fashioned way, man. You roll up your sleeves and you just make quality materials, and word of mouth is the most powerful thing, and that's how we've done it. And you do the normal channels, like talking to guys like you guys, and going out on the road. We just went overseas. You do your standard workman-like shit, and you just make quality stuff, and your chair company will be founded in Sweden in the last 700 years. Just do the right thing, man. Work hard, fly right.
Right. Well, dude, where can people go to find out about Greenhaven on the web?
If you're dumb like me, just Google Greenhaven Rock Band or Greenhaven. Well, don't do Rock Band. Greenhaven Phoenix or something. But we have MySpace, and it's just /Greenhaven. And then we have our own website, which is www.nonemoregreen, NONEMOREGREEN.com.
Nice. Well, all right, dude. Well, before I let you go, dude, I got to ask you what is known as the traditional classic metal show question. How has Lemmy from Motorhead influenced your career?
Oh, fucking A, man. Well, I would say that the way Lemmy from Motorhead influenced my career is that my friend Motel Joe, who does some guitar teching for us, works for a couple other bands, Fu Manchu, a couple other bands. When Motorhead played at the Nile in 1995, he told me that Lemmy was going around getting everybody backstage workers key hits of speed, and then he said he sprinkled it on his spaghetti. And I said, whoa, that's incredible. So ever since then, I always made sure that I sprinkle something on my spaghetti.
Excellent.
Very nice.
All right, Matt. Well, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to us here on the Classic Metal Show. And
if you guys are ever bored, you can just call me.
Sure. Well, we always let the artist pick a closing song. So, what would you like us to play?
I would like to hear out of anything, really.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh shit, man! I would like to hear "I Love the Night" by Blue Oyster Cult.
All right.
Any particular reason?
I don't know, man. That's just popped in my head.
Okay. All right. Well, go pick up the Greenhaven release, which is what's it called, Matt?
It's Last Powerful Second. You can also get it on like CD Baby and iTunes and all that stuff too.
Excellent. All right. Well, here it is. This is for Matt, and this is some Blue Oyster Cult exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Thanks for checking out the best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.